Right into the live.
Are you depressed? Are you depressed? When people are not happy with their own lives, they'll try to pick at every little thing in yours. Little thing you do. Don't let it make you sad. They're afraid to try for something that they've never had. Every little thing you do. Every little thing you do. Every little thing you do. Are you depressed? When people are not happy with their own lives, they'll try to pick at every little thing in yours. Little thing you do. Don't let it make you sad. They're afraid to try for something that they've never had. Every little thing you do.
All right, you guys. So happy to have you on the live today. And this is exciting. We've been getting more and more of you. The way you guys are going to the website is just amazing. You guys, topics in the headlines right now. Inauguration 2025. You know, we're not political, but how do you feel about, things that are happening in the political sphere, changes that come about? How do you feel in general with a new year, with new things coming into play? What are your thoughts on that? Also, the NFL playoffs. What do you guys think about it? Are you guys into sports? I know our audience, the model poetry audience, hasn't expressed explicitly a real interest in sports, but when we talk about, like Sade and Naomi Campbell and some of the artists that we like, you guys, surprisingly, we have so much in common. So maybe you guys also like, I know for myself, I like tennis. I love playing tennis and watching tennis, but there are some sports that you like watching maybe more than you like playing and vice versa. What do you guys, what are your thoughts on that? And also, some of the other things that are swirling in the headlines. What do you think about it? What are your concerns? A lot of people have been coming out lately with allegations and things of that kind. How does it impact you when you hear them? Does it bring back bad memories if somebody's not believed? What does that do for you? And then Blue Sky, I know that's a platform that a lot of people are talking about. Are you guys on Blue Sky? Are you on Twitter? X, known as X now, but formerly Twitter. What are you thinking about Instagram and the changes and what's happening with TikTok? Let us know your thoughts. Okay, let's watch the video again. Let's just have fun today, you guys. We'll watch and see what happens.
Are you depressed? Are you depressed? Are you depressed? When people are not happy with their own lives, they'll try to pick at every little thing in yours. Little thing you do. Don't let it make you sad. They're afraid to try for something that they've never had. Every little thing you do. Every little thing you do. Every little thing you do. Are you depressed? When people are not happy with their own lives, they'll try to pick at every little thing in yours. Little thing you do. Don't let it make you sad. They're afraid to try for something that they've never had. Every little thing you do.
And you guys, that's another thing. You guys can see in this feature today, today's video, which we'll probably post later, some of you guys, your comments, your recent comments, if you look and you'll see. So when you guys comment, we're going to be including it in some of the videos. So come to the lives, get settled, get your tea, kick your feet up, be relaxed. This is a place where you can come and be relaxed, and that you're welcome, and that, we love having you here, and that we want to hear your thoughts. Be just so relaxed. And if you comment on the live, you might just see your comment like this, right? Like this in this live, or you might see, I'm sorry, in an upcoming live. We might comment on the very live. We might respond on the live. But if we're really into it, you might see yourself mentioned in a subsequent live or in a video. So be a part of the community. When you make those comments, when you talk, when you express yourself, it is a way of being part of a broader community. And it's important, to impact more than just yourself in a day. Maybe a lot of you are spending WFH. I had to look that up earlier today because something that someone had posited something about Elon Musk's outlook on it. So I was like, what is WFH? So do you guys know what WFH is? Well, so I looked it up. Did you guys know? I don't know if you knew anyway, but I looked it up, and it is work from home. So I thought that was interesting. So you guys, also on work from home, actually as a topic. Now, I know, this is not professional advice. Make sure you're of age to watch the live. But I know, some are in school. But have you ever explored a work from home job? Have you had experience with it? What do you think when people tell you, that they are so much happier being able to work from home? There your comments go again, guys. Love you guys so much. What do you guys think about, people are saying that they're so much happier working from home. Now, I would think that would give more, that would actually raise the level of productivity on the job. If people are really pleased with the fact that they are working from home, that they're closer to their families, that they don't have to spend so much time commuting, that they don't have to worry about some office dynamics, which they may not like so much. So what do you guys think about that? Work from home. Do you see it as the future? This thing, certain recent events having sort of propelled these things that it seems maybe many people needed. Maybe many people needed, as sad as some of the surrounding circumstances were. Maybe people needed to be able to work from home. So what do you think about it? I wonder if there are studies that actually say people are more productive. Now, there's been a discussion about some who don't do what they should be doing at home when they're working from home. You guys know that on this channel, we advocate just doing the right thing, not cutting corners, doing the right thing when you're at work, you're being paid to work, do the right thing and do that work. Not only is it correct to do, but you'll feel wonderful knowing that you're honoring an agreement that you've made. So what do you guys think about that? Again, are you into sports? Write it in the chat. How do you feel about the inauguration? Write it in the chat. We might put your comment into a subsequent live. And you guys, today's song is called Every Little Thing You Do, one of our model poetry songs. When you go to modelpoetry.com, there are links to our music. And you can, people have been wonderfully downloading our music, streaming our music. We are so excited about that. And, the way you guys have been going to modelpoetry.com is just wonderful and so supportive. And I hope when you go there, you see some of the local stories, images, links. You'll see some of the celebrities that follow us. You guys who are regulars, how we love Naomi Campbell, and we're so glad that she follows us also. That supermodel Kathy Ireland follows us, supermodel Naomi Campbell, supermodel Nikki Taylor, that supermodel Iman's cosmetics company has given likes of our music, that supermodel Christy Turlington has given a like of our music, that the Stan Lee Foundation follows Model Poetry. We are so grateful for how generous, how wonderful, how inviting you guys have been. So you guys know on this channel that we talk about, are you depressed? And one of the things that we talk about is this bullying, this constant bullying that so many are dealing with, And it can be a very hard balance, I think, sometimes, because if you consider yourself to be a kind person, even if somebody else, thank you guys again, let me see, want to mention, let's see, want to mention you guys too. You can see on screen, like especially America Chavez, by the way, is one of our most avid listeners, watchers, and we really appreciate all of you. You are so wonderful. These are some of the beautiful comments that you guys have left recently. So definitely comment on the live. Oh, that one, Daisy. Yes. So supportive. That one, Daisy, has been a regular for a long time. You guys are so supportive. We're experiencing so much growth. And especially now that we've been coming on around 7 for the lives, we're experiencing an expansion. You guys have been commenting more. And you're just wonderful. So yeah, when we ask you guys, are you depressed? And we do talk about bullying as a topic. So have you dealt with bullying? There are so many stories that we have about it, and there are so many ways to cope. And what I was saying before about if you see yourself as a kind person, not only are you you're not the kind of person that would bully someone else. You're not the kind of person that would, put people on the defensive. But it's harder sometimes because people see that kindness in you. They may put you on the defensive. They may want you to be the one constantly fending off all their little comments and incendiary little pronouncements and insinuations, little provocations. And, sometimes if you're a kind person, it's a hard thing to navigate and give a like to the live if you guys are listening, watching. And also, keep your receipts because we have been talking. Keep your receipts because we have been talking to some people in the public eye. As you guys know, many celebrities follow us. We've been endorsed by Steven Tyler, Annalyn McCord, Alfre Woodard. There's so many who are so kind to us. And we are, we've been in contact with some people in the media and we're getting certain offers. Now, we've always been very careful about the kind of projects that we get behind or get involved in. But we have been getting some offers and we are growing. And now we're starting to grow more on YouTube. We weren't really putting the emphasis there. It was really on other platforms. So now that we're really putting the emphasis on YouTube, we're starting to see the growth, and that's going to be an exponential growth in all areas. So you guys who have been supportive, we don't take you for granted. Keep all your receipts. So if you make a comment on our live, take a screenshot. If you make a comment on our live, take a screenshot. If you've commented on our Instagram or Twitter, or X or TikTok, wherever you've supported us, take a screenshot, especially if you support us on YouTube. Take a screenshot, get have it. So as we grow, we want to remember those people who, of course, take the screenshot in the context of what's going on so we can see where you guys supported us, and make a note of what video it was on so we know, because we really, as you guys know, we're really followed by celebrities, people in the public eye, and leaders. Whether you have 300 million followers, 3 million followers, or 3, it's really just leaders that follow us. Sometimes you can have no followers, but you're a leader. It's the essence of who you are. And this is something that we've recognized. So we know that leaders are very impactful, very important. They don't wait for you to be recognized, but they just have, you guys have this drive, this intrinsic interest, this propulsion to model poetry, which is amazing. And we think that's who leaders are. You know, others will be like, oh, LOL, what's this about? I don't get it. You know, this is blah, blah, blah. But model poetry followers are always like, you guys just get it. You're so amazing and you just get it. And so those are the kinds of people, believe it or not, whether you have 300 million followers, 3 million, 300, 3 followers, or no followers at all, when you have that instinct to leadership, those are the kind of people that we want to be in touch with, because thank you for sticking with me, you guys, because you're going to be having future impact. You're going to be having future impact. And we want to make the world better as much as we can. And we know that people who are not overly concerned with what other people think and only doing things because other people give the okay, or those are the people that are going to be having powerful impact. So how do you deal with bullying? And this is, again, this is a topic for, and I want to freeze again on you guys, some of you guys who have been very supportive with your, they love that one, Daisy, Sean Sparkle, America Chavez, very, very supportive. And especially you guys who often respond, stay engaged with us, like that one, Daisy, America Chavez. We especially know you, but we want to get to know you also. They love Hari. They love, you guys can see on the screen here, they love HAR1123, Sean Sparkle. Like, we love that you guys are so supportive, and we love, forging these new friendships and communications with you guys. And America Chavez, that one, Daisy, you guys have been around for a long time supporting us. Very important to us. So when you guys make comments, just know that we don't take those comments for granted. We truly, truly value you. And you'll just be watching one of our videos or one of our lives. We're especially getting a great response on our live streams. And you'll see one of your comments. Impact. You're impactful. So don't forget that. Okay, so back to the topic of, are you depressed? And how do you deal with bullies? One of the things when you are, let's say, in school and somebody's bullying you, you've heard of, people talking about kids or children being especially intuitive, animals being especially intuitive. They can smell fear, each group. And we always believe that you have to place your faith in God, because when people go through other things to get their confidence, in my opinion, it's not true confidence. And so there will be those who can sniff that out. But if you go to God for your confidence, it's true confidence. Lord, help me. And you know that you will be getting that help and that love. And that's something that, people say they get confidence from doing sports or from hiking, from certain accomplishments. And that's wonderful. But true confidence comes from the one who created you. So that's why I believe it's so important to pray and stay connected to your loving creator. And then when somebody bothers you, now I'm not saying it's easy. Because again, leaders who are kind, decent people are often going to be the ones who have to deal with bullying the most. Because they're those people that mind their business. They are some of the most powerful people that you really don't want to mess with. I mean, not that you would anyway, but they are some of the worst people to mess with. People who mind their business, they are some of the most powerful people. They're not looking to get into something with you. They're not looking to bother people. They're not looking to go and laugh at people. Those are some of the most powerful people to watch. But it's also may seem like a point of vulnerability sometimes, because people will mistake that quietness for weakness. You know, you've heard, of course, people mistake kindness for weakness. But when you're quiet, which is, many people have talked about the power of silence. People will be very interested, more interested than if you're blabbing your mouth all the time. If you are giving value with what you say, being careful with your pronouncements, and not just blabbing all the time, people will place a higher value when you do speak, as with anything. When it's, at least in American culture, it's the perception. When something is so readily available, it loses its value in American culture. So be aware of that. But sometimes when you are a little demure, a little quiet, a little to yourself, you can feel like you're constantly being tested by people who are insecure, because bullies are insecure people, hands down, hands down. They are and you'd be surprised, because you always have to, again, this is not professional advice, always speak to a specialist. You always have to be very careful. You know, how you respond, you don't want to get into things with people, but it's amazing to see how vulnerable bullies actually feel. If you observe enough, you will see how deeply insecure they are. Deeply insecure. You don't have to get into anything with them, though. You don't have to, you have to pray about it, and you don't have to engage with people who want to fight all the time. You don't have to do that. It's not going to take you anywhere. But knowing just how insecure they are might be even more of an incentive not to be going back and forth with those whose mentalities are not cultivated properly. Because you already know, you can say, this one is very insecure, that's why they're calling names. This one is very insecure, that's why they are putting people down. That's why they are constantly looking to be the center of attention. That's why they are being deceitful to their friends if it's going to get them to be more quote unquote popular, which it never truly is. I know the situation. I remember a place that I used to frequent, an academically related place, not with my own schooling, but outside of my schooling, but still related to learning and literature. And there was a woman there that was very, very loud, and it's okay. Some people are loud, and that's okay too. If that's really your personality, I don't think it's a good thing to, as Naomi Campbell said, give yourself away like that. I don't even know exactly what Naomi Campbell meant, but the way I received it when she said, I'm not one to give myself away like that, it's just that I thought, and of course I adore Naomi Campbell, so I took what she was saying in a positive way, that she was saying she's careful with what she presents and what she says to people. So even if you're a loud person, which she is not, by the way, Naomi Campbell, to me, she's a very, she's a very soft, lovely person, and I love her. So anyway, let's get back to this. So when you are, so in this place of literature and learning, I would watch. And again, I think it's important to observe sometimes more than you speak, you can learn a lot and listen more than you speak. But she was very, very loud. And but loud, not like your friend who's boisterous and loud and fun. Because some people are loud and they're fun. They're kind people. They're fun. They're just boisterous. But she was loud in a way that was unkind. She was loud and she would pick on people, that kind of thing. And I noticed one day when she was out, there was a particular kind of peace that there was in this place. She had a day off, I guess. And there was a particular kind of peace and she wasn't there. And somehow the conversation kept going back to her. Now, this is a very quiet place, so you didn't have to eavesdrop. Whenever they would speak, it was very clear to the whole room what they were saying because it was supposed to be a very, very quiet space. So when they would speak in regular tones, they were just speaking to the room. It was practically broadcast because it was supposed to be a very quiet space. So they were speaking very freely. And although she wasn't there, and although she wasn't there, so she wasn't making a comment, the conversation kept going back to her. And people who had kind of nestled up to her and who were being, very nice to her and seemed to want her approval and kowtowing to what she said. And if she would say or do something nasty, they would go along. It was just a day off. And they were lambasting her. And it was marked. It was unusually prominent because, it wasn't even like she had gone out for a lunch break. And so maybe they'd had a conversation that day. They felt such angst and anger that even when she wasn't there, their conversations kept returning back to her in a way that was not positive. So if you think you're being the life of the party, or you think you're popular, and it's forged on being mean to somebody else, just be aware that there will be those who are harboring those feelings. And they may express it to you in a passive-aggressive way, but they're not, in my opinion, going to be your true friends. When you go about trying to be liked, which is something you don't want to do anyway, seeking others' approval that much can be very damaging to you. But especially if you go about trying to be liked by being unkind to people, you will be amazed when there's a bully, whether it's in a school or, university, job place, workplace, whatever. You'd be amazed how you think you're the only person being picked on or having these feelings. You'd be amazed that when people start to talk to one another, communicate, you'll see that other people were hurting in the same way. Now, I'm never advocating for gossip. I'm not talking about that. That's never a good thing. And I don't think we should never speak ill of one another. But if someone is continuously being hurt by someone who's being fair to them and to others, it's going to be brought up as an issue. And though I always think that we should be constructive and never gossip, that's a topic for another day. I've seen how gossiping is very, very damaging. Very damaging, not only to the social structure and the environment, but to the person who gossips. So that is not my intention at all. Not gossiping, talking about a social element and something that I witnessed and how we can be better by being kind to each other and recognizing that you're doing things to get attention in the wrong way is not going to get you what you want. And you may see a climate where people who are bombastic and unfair seem to get what they want, never the thing to go for. Wrong is wrong, right is right. Don't let it get messed up in your mind Um, the Bible says, and I'm paraphrasing, whatever a man sows, that shall he reap. And I'm paraphrasing. So don't think that just because others are going along with something that you go along and it's all cool. Just do the right thing and watch the wonderful trajectory that comes. Even the first thing, just, how you feel, knowing that you don't get up in a day to hurt anyone. You don't spend your day trying to put anyone down. It's a very powerful feeling. And again, not professional advice, but in our opinion, great for your immune system. Kindness, patience, loveliness, great for your immune system. Some people talk about all kinds of, and you can see the grapefruit in our presentation today, but you hear people often talk about the medicinal things that they can take in, the exercise regimens that they'll do, all of those things. And, again, not professional advice. Some of those things can be wonderful, but we believe, just our opinion, that love that you have inside, that forgiveness, that ability to let go. Oh my goodness. Oh, the ability to let go. Not that, if there are ills or wrongs in society that they shouldn't be addressed. No, but I'm saying on an interpersonal level, if your feelings have been hurt or whatever the case may be, whenever anything is a part of your past and you're able to let go, it is so powerful, in our opinion, not professional advice, for the immune system, for your overall health, to just let go, to not harbor anger, to not harbor resentment, to not try to get somebody back. That never is, you don't want to do that. There's a saying that's, that kind of revenge or bitterness is like harming yourself. Someone said drinking the poison and waiting for the other person to be harmed. I'm paraphrasing, but it seems to ring very, very, accurate. So let's watch the video again and then chat a bit more, you guys. And I love you guys so much. Keep, make sure you comment.
Are you depressed? Are you depressed? Every little thing in yours. Are you depressed? Are you depressed? When people are not happy with their own lives, they'll try to pick at every little thing in yours. Little thing you do. Don't let it make you sad. They're afraid to try for something that they've never had. Every little thing you do. Every little thing you do. Every little thing you do. Are you depressed? When people are not happy with their own lives, they'll try to pick at every little thing in yours. Little thing you do. Don't let it make you sad. They're afraid to try for something that they've never had. Every little thing you do.
So you guys, I want to play today's video for you once more, and then I want to tell you something. I want to leave you with a particular thought about bullies that might help you. I want to, leave you with a particular thought about bullies that might help you. So wait for it after the video.
Are you depressed? Are you depressed? When people are not happy with their own lives, they'll try to pick at every little thing in yours. Little thing you do. Don't let it make you sad. They're afraid to try for something that they've never had. Every little thing you do. Every little thing you do. When people are not happy with their own lives, they'll try to pick at every little thing in yours. Little thing you do. Don't let it make you sad. They're afraid to try for something that they've never had. Every little thing you do.
All right, you guys, so I wanted to tell you, I remember, and I probably shouldn't share this day. I probably should share this on another day. But I want to give you something that you can work with. Should I share this today? Yeah, I'm going to share this today.
Are you depressed?
So I remember an instant, and, I've told you the way we're going to talk about this for now. I'll speak about it in these terms. Some of you will understand what I'm saying, and some of you I'll explain later. There was a woman who was working at this place, and there was a supervisor that was particularly aggressive and very, very, extremely aggressive and unkind. And this person, just witnessed this, didn't say anything. They were not in a position, of power. They didn't feel that way. Everybody has power, and very substantial power, but often do not realize how much power they have. Everybody has power. Some of these people that you see who start a TikTok dance and it goes around the world, or a little phrase and it starts entering into, video on social media, or you hear on so-called mainstream media using it. That's when you're getting a little glimpse into how powerful people can be, but they're not aware. Other things too. It could be just an act of kindness. You never know how that little act of kindness that you had reverberated from one person to another to around the world. But getting back to this, so this woman was working in this place, and the people particularly felt disempowered in general because they hardly spoke the main language, of the place where they were situated, on top of the fact that they were mostly poor and in, very disadvantaged positions. So in terms of, needing that work and needing to have their immediate needs met, food, clothing, shelter, very, very acutely. So there was a supervisor there, and just a mid-supervisor, at the level just above the people that she was being abusive to. But she was really, and for whatever reason, maybe you've seen a supervisor that they don't really feel they should be in that position, so they're extra. They're just extreme in their behavior to a higher degree because they don't feel that they belong in that position, or they're afraid that they'll lose it. So this person, and then this person was working with somebody on another job, not even at this place. And she started talking to another woman there who, hardly spoke English. And the woman started talking about this supervisor who was in another job. And she knew by the way the girl was talking, or the woman was talking, she knew who she was talking about. And maybe she provided some other details that made it clear, but she knew. And she was almost in tears talking about how this woman had treated her. And so I say this to say, if you are in school, or if you are, in a job situation, or wherever you are, and somebody is being unkind to you, you might think that you're alone, especially because others who are afraid might seem to be rallying behind that person. But you'd be amazed how many other people are going home and crying. You'd be amazed. And you'd be amazed how many people could be secretly either praying for you or hoping for you or thinking the next time they witness that person's unfairness to you, they're going to say something. That kind of behavior causes a lot of people to grapple with a lot of issues, keeping their own position versus doing what they know is right, and balancing everything. Very challenging. And we should always just do what's right. It just takes time to know. You have to pray about what that is and how to go about it. So I love you guys so much. You are absolutely, absolutely wonderful. Like I was saying before, we're going to go in a moment, but like I was saying before, leave a comment. And as we've done in this video, if you watch it back, you'll see some of the comments, like by that one Daisy or America Chavez, that have been left on our media here. Leave a comment and we might include you in a future video or stream, as our streams are becoming more and more popular. Love you guys so much. So let's watch the video one more time, and then I'll say a brief goodbye, and then let's watch one more time.
Depressed. Are you depressed? Are you depressed? Are you depressed? When people are not happy with their own lives, they'll try to pick at every little thing in yours. Little thing you do. Don't let it make you sad. They're afraid to try for something that they've never had. Every little thing you do. Every little thing you do. You do. Every little thing you do. Are you depressed? When people are not happy with their own lives, they'll try to pick at every little thing in yours. Little thing you do. Don't let it make you sad. They're afraid to try for something that they've never had. Every little thing you do.
All right, you guys, love you so much. Leave a like. A future stream. Go to modelpoetry.com. Thank you to all the companies reaching out to us, talking to us about what product we might promote. We're very, very picky, but thank you guys so much for all the companies that are reaching out to us and asking us to promote them. Thank you for the increase in our YouTube. I think because people are leaving more and more of you are subscribing over here, and we're going to have a party over here. But yes, go to modelpoetry.com and just be a part of this community, which is growing, that have been so wonderful to us, and that we are promoting, and just see some of the natural and organic health tips, though not professional advice. We give health tips and just things, what we believe is beauty on the inside and out. You guys are absolutely amazing. I can't express how much I love you guys. You're so wonderful. Thank you for all the support. Love you guys. And we'll see you next time.